Welcome to the 30-day Better Ball Control Challenge. I already know you're going to do great. Now, what you're embarking on is actually an elite pathway. This is based around a neuroscience-driven practice that helps you and guides you to perform at your best. Now, the reason is because it builds consistency. Without consistency, there are no champions. And so this helps you and guides you to train consistently for a period of time. I challenge you to take on this 30-day challenge and train every single day, because if you do, you are going to see the growth as a soccer player, as a teammate, your ability on the ball, doing the things that you see people who you may look up to or the pros doing. This is what's going to build this extremely solid foundation of ball control in your game naturally. And it's so important. So make sure that you are training every single day consistently. Now, the truth is that most people treat the things that they want to do as a hobby, but it has to become a lifestyle. But a lot of people don't know how to make that happen. So the way that we turn our hobbies into a lifestyle is through that consistency. Our training on and off the field are habits, and this makes up your training foundation. It takes 22 consecutive training days to establish a new habit, and up to 90 for that to become a lifestyle. So you might be wondering to yourself, how do I turn that into a lifestyle? 22 days. How do I make sure that I train all of those days consecutively and I get through that? Well, the first and foremost is to really just go light on yourself. Be easy with yourself. Make as many mistakes as you want and as you can. Because honestly, if we're making mistakes, then we're doing the right things. We are pushing ourselves to learn new things. If you've never failed, then you've never tried. So what you're getting into is you're going to go in there, you're going to make some mistakes. We all do. I just did. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're giving it your best, you're giving it your all, and you show up 22 days in a row, and we're going to build on this brand new habit, and it's going to build your training foundation. Now, something that I see with athletes that I train one-on-one is we will get into day 10, day 12, even farther, and things will still feel slow. And that's perfectly fine. That's expected, okay? There's going to be times where things are extremely easy and things aren't easy. But the mindset that I see that gets in the way of most people is that they go into it thinking that it's going to be easy or that they're not going to make any mistakes. Well, if you've never failed, then you've never tried. We fail constantly, but that is the path to growth. That's the only way that you're going to get better. And you have to do it. You have to show up every single day consistently. And I know you have it in you. I know how good of a player you can be, but you have to show up every day and keep pushing, keep going through. Even on the days whenever it doesn't feel great or you're not playing at your best, you still want to make sure that you're playing and that you're giving it a try, because that day it may feel like you're slow or you may be making all of the mistakes or things just aren't going your way. Well, the next time you get on the field and it is effortless, you paid for that effortless day through the day that you made all those mistakes. Your body had to feel it out. You're still building muscle memory, and this is okay. It's normal. It's natural. So just follow the process and commit to that 30 days of training. If you get impatient throughout this process and you start thinking, oh, I need to be better, or oh, I should be going faster, well, that's not going to help you. What's going to happen is you're just going to start playing faster again, but you're going to go back into your old habits, your old bad habits of what you used to do on the ball. Now, you can still do those fast, even though it's wrong, because your body knows how to do it. You built up that muscle memory. So that's another reason why it's so important to go slow, make as many mistakes as you need, as long as you are forcing yourself to do the new skills slow and steady, making sure that your body gets into that rhythm. And I promise you, from day 1, if you take a video, to day 30, whenever you take that video, you are going to be blown away at how much faster you are on the ball and how much better you are on the ball. It's going to be outstanding. What if on a day whenever you're really, really tired, you don't feel like doing it, you're exhausted, it's just too much, okay? There's no way I'm going to get through this entire training. I can feel it in my bones, in my body. I know I'm tired. Or I'm just not motivated, or today's just not the day, or I just don't have enough time. Okay, so these are all things that I've heard from my clients, from my players and athletes who have worked with me, and it's something that I've gone through myself, and this is what we have to get us through those days. It's called the stick up. Now, whenever you're starting out and it's the first set or you're just getting into the day of training, you have all of your energy. You have everything to give. So motivation isn't even necessary. You are going to be able to just perform and maybe at your best or at some level of a high quality. But once you get into it, and by the second set or by the third set, that's whenever we're really having to fight with our own mind. We're having to keep ourselves going. Your brain's going to tell you, stop, you're tired, stop, it's not worth it. Stop, you might get injured. Don't do it, or this is too much, or just I don't want to do this anymore, right? Sometimes we just get bored. Now, with the stick up, the way that it works is it helps you by fighting these thoughts and winning at its own game. Because with the stick up, think of it as a bank robber. And we are just trying to, like a bank robber, get whatever we can get and get out the door. On those days whenever things aren't going our way or we don't have the motivation, then we just want to get as much as we can and then get out of there as fast as we can. So that's where we've built this in. The last set of any day, if you get at least one touch on the ball during the last set, then you have fulfilled the day. Anything beyond that is an absolute win. So that gives you the opportunity to know that at any point in time and on any day, if you want to quit on the last set, so you have the first round, the second round, the third round. If you want to quit after doing one skill on the ball, not even 45 seconds of that one skill, just touch the ball once, doing that skill, you can quit. You can call it a day. Okay, that allows you to just know that anything beyond that is just whatever you feel like doing. If you want to get more out of this course and out of this training, then go all out. Go the full third round. If you don't, and you are tired, or if you actually are listening to your body and it's saying, I don't want to do any more than this, or I'm tired, or I need rest, listen to your body. The best thing you can do for your team is be healthy. But the reason why this is so effective is because once you know that the third round is all for you to be able to do if you want to do it, it takes quitting out of your mind the first two rounds. So you're getting the best that you can do those first two rounds, because the whole time you're telling yourself, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I'll finish strong on the second round because I already know that I can quit the third round if I want to, if I need to. Now, this is where you start to see where the great players stand out from the good players. The players that put in that third round and go all the way are going to see more results than the players who stop at the second round and get one touch on the ball. If you're only doing that because you just don't feel like doing all three rounds. Now, if it is a physical issue or if it is injury related or injury prevention related, then I completely understand. But this is where you start to see players who want to succeed and players who don't. I challenge you to do all three rounds on the days whenever you're healthy, because you are going to see the results that you're looking for. So know that whenever you feel that tired, whenever you feel like you're exhausted or you feel like you've given all you can give, for the majority, that means you've only reached 40% of the energy levels that you have and the potential that you have. That means 60% of your potential is still inside of you, still yet to be seen. Now, let's say that you train every single day for 30 days, but you only get to that 40% and then you quit. Well, that means that the 60% of you that's still inside never got a chance to come out. And that's why it's important to understand that and address that now. Because that 60% is everything inside of you that you know that you can be, and that whenever you think back to or you think of yourself playing, you think from your potential of the 100%. But you only ever give or reach 40% while you're on the field. And that's why we struggle. And that's just not good enough in my opinion. I think everybody has the opportunity to excel and to reach that 80-90% on a given daily basis, because once we get out of our own head and we get out of our own way and we just push through and we get every training done, we give it our best, we show up, we give what we can give, and then we go home, we really start to see it build and build and build. And whenever you build like this on a daily basis, after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days, that's whenever you see You're playing far and beyond any other competition out there. There's no one that can keep up with you on the field. Your control on the ball is outstanding. Your understanding of the game is at its peak, and everybody wants you on their team. Every teammate is excited to see that you're on their team. And this is where I want you to get to. This is how I want you to play. Are you ready to become the player that everyone wants on their team? Are you willing to give your best? And that doesn't mean having to be all out and being the fastest and being exhausted. Some days that just means showing up. If you're willing and you're ready to show up to the extra 60% that's locked within you at all times, if you're ready to bring that out, if you're excited to become the best soccer player that you can be, the best athlete that you can be, then this is your opportunity. And I challenge you to take the 30-day challenge, to strive in this elite pathway and unlock your true potential.